Miss, I will do live lecture lah untuk topik 3. So thank you so much for those already do your quiz 1. I know the quiz 1 might be for you. For I believe that everybody might be okay because majority of you are doing the tackle the key term. So Miss tak ada masalah. Miss tengok macam the marks is quite okay there. Okay, is so insyaAllah the quiz 2 will be more longer. I mean like the topic might be more far away lah. Mungkin lepas raya kan. Jadi by time I will also give you exercise. Exercise also like similar like MCQ question, and then we do have individual assignment. That one topic 7. But it's okay. That one is time to time. But today topic 3 is all about topic 4 hour assignment. Okay, so I try my best to settle down the lecture first, and then maybe not within the maybe around Thursday. Okay, if insyaAllah kalau tak ada aral, I will do some briefing on the assignment, group assignment, because if I'm not mistaken, you all only have around 11 students in here. So actually it make my task become easier. So maybe we divide only 2 groups. Okay, so maybe one group is 6, another group might be 5. So it's up to you. Maybe after this I will do the template and then you can fill up the names there. Okay. Alright. So without further ado, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. So I will proceed with our topic today, which is topic 3, consumer motivation. Also, our topic for our group assignment that you have to do report writing, of course, and then you have to do video. All right. So the topic will be later. I will give the guideline to you all. All right. So consumer motivation is about topic on more on how the theory to motivate the consumer, why the consumer is doing their purchasing, the buying, because somehow they will be like have some certain of push factor they call as motivation. But inside this topic, if you see from the topic objective, after studying this topic, the student should be able to, number one, we will define the motivation as the psychological forces, and then in this topic also we will explain the dynamics of motivation, because somehow the motivation will be changing from time to time. And then the third one, we will differentiate the types and the system of needs. And the number 4, we will discuss the measurement of motive. Okay, all right. I try my best because as I told you before, this class is today's clashing. Every Monday and Wednesday is like clashing with my degree subject, right? But I try my best to make sure that I can still also running the syllabus with you all. Alright. So as you can see from here, the first one, the motivation as the psychological force. Okay. So what is motivation? Dalam bahasa Melayu dia kita panggil motivasi lah. Bagaimana dia boleh menjadi salah satu faktor, kita kata force. Okay, is like bukan paksaan tetapi lebih kepada psikologi. Salah satu push factor lah yang mana menyebabkan kita boleh motivate to do something. Actually bila kita membuat sesuatu, when we want to do something, we are pushed by our motivation. So what is the motivation? What is the element in motivation? As I told you before I start this subject to for you all this semester, subjek ini banyak menceritakan dan kita banyak belajar tentang psikologi, yang mana kalau kita lihat konten macam subjek psikologi, tapi sebenarnya kita membaca, bukan membaca lah, kita sebenarnya menganalisa bagaimana minda seorang consumer. Kita meletakkan diri kita sebagai consumer and how we put into ourself and why we want to buy something. Sebab consumer behavior, kita ceritakan tentang tingkah laku. Alright, so motivation. Okay, motivation is the driving force within the individual that impels them to action. Maknanya bila kita sebut driving force adalah salah satu push factor yang memaksa kita, yang memandu kita ke arah sesuatu untuk melakukan satu tindakan. Itu adalah motivasi. Apabila kita, contohlah simple thing, kenapa saya pegang mouse? Sebab saya nak klik. The driving force is because I want to click. Sebab tu saya kena klik the mouse. Betul? Jadi tindakan saya klik mouse tu adalah untuk klik lah. Jika tidak, macam mana saya nak tekan function-function yang ada di dalam komputer. So that is motivation for me. It's a driving force for that. Okay, so needs are the essence of the marketing concepts. The marketers do not create needs but can make consumer aware of needs. Dia kata kat sini, needs ni adalah keperluan. Salah satu faktor yang sebagai orang dalam marketing side ataupun dalam kita membuat pemasaran, bila kita lihat keperluan, itulah sebab kita akan buat, kita akan offer, kita akan tawarkan apa juga bentuk ataupun servis atau perkhidmatan. Okay. So the marketers do not create needs. Dia kata orang-orang marketing ni, marketers, mereka tidak mencipta keperluan tersebut, tetapi mereka membuatkan buyers ataupun consumers, pelanggan-pelanggan ini menyedari keperluan tersebut. Contohnya basic needs lah. Kenapa kita perlu pakai baju? Kenapa kita perlu pakaian? Kenapa kita perlukan makanan? Lagi belum puasa ni kan. Kenapa? Why we need foods? Why we need drinks? And why we need the shelter? Jadi, the marketers is just only make you aware. Okay, we do have foods, do have drink. Sebab tu bila kita pergi bazar Ramadan, since certain places ada yang prohibited from bazar Ramadan. Saya lihat malam tadi berita di kawasan Kelantan telah mula PKP dan ada yang PKPD. So tak boleh cakap takziah, kita pun tak tahu, Selangor pun quite increasing area kan. Jadi kita jaga kita lah, flatten the curve. Pergi bazar jangan nak lewe-lewe, terus beli balik. Beli apa yang nak je lah, macam tu. Tapi biasalah kita manusia kan. Semua benda kita tengok kat bazar kita nak beli kan. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you today, yang how you makes the consumer needs, because basic needs lah, kalau kita kata food and drinks during this Ramadan time, the reason why people needs, because this is a basic needs. Jadi bila ada basic needs tu, kita kata secara tak langsung, it driving us to get the needs. Okay, and also to get the motivate us to get the needs. Sebab itulah kita akan membeli makanan dan minuman tu. Okay, alright, so this is the model of the motivation process. So it start with like the unfulfilled needs and wants and desire, and then we also have the tensions. Okay, and tensions ni tekanan lah, and then they do have drive. Drive ni akan memandu lah, bukan driving a car, but it's actually driving you, okay, persuade you, or maybe convincing you, encourage you, banyak lah perkataannya. Behavior, and then we have goal or need fulfillment, and then if you can see in here, there will be like a loop, attention reductions, and then dekat antara drive to behavior ni, dia ada personality, perception, learning, and also attitude. Still dia have PPLA. Okay, so kalau kita tengok dari start ni, okay, ni Miss terangkan secara how to make your understanding easier. Okay, alright. Kalau tak faham, boleh type dekat ruangan chat ni. Okay, the first one, when we talking about these things like unfulfilled needs and wants and desire, bila kita ceritakan tentang keperluan manusia yang tidak unlimited, yang maksud bukan tidak unlimited tetapi unlimited, tidak terhad, our needs, our wants and our desire kan. Even we have food and drink, we want more. We have clothes, we want more. Even we have shelter, we want the better shelter. Okay, and this is regards to the motivation process, because like we said just now, because this is unfulfilled ataupun unlimited, okay, needs and want and desire that make people keep on hunger, people keep on hungry, people keep on, how to say that, thirsty, people want to have a good look, okay, and maybe they want to be comfortable in their shelter. So when they unfulfill it, okay, so there will reduce, there will be actually uh, effect, can I say that, dia memberi kesan kepada tekanan. Okay, apabila seseorang itu tidak mampu memenuhi kehendak, kemahuannya dan juga keperluan, kehendak kemahuan sama, keperluannya dan kehendaknya dan apa yang dia mahu, maka wujud tekanan. Okay, kan kalau kita contohlah, I put in the situation that we don't have enough money. Okay, kalau as a student ni, ini benda yang common lah. Okay, we don't have like enough money. Kalau kita living far away from our parents, right? Luckily, the COVID-19 make us easier. We have no need to rent the house, and then we just stay with our parents. Banyak juga pada Miss pun sama juga. We no need to have the petrol to go to work. We stay at home. We still also working, but we stay at home. Dia banyaklah hikmah dia bila COVID ni kan. Some say hikmah, some say to say no. But believe me, like all our like even teacher, lecturers, all those academician, kita nak jumpa you. Okay, kita rasa lebih seronok. Ni unfulfilled ones tadi. Because we feel like when we just stay at home, okay, kita macam tak berkembang. Pada Miss lah, Miss nampak macam kita nak jumpa student kita, pelajar kita kan. Alright. Karenah you, attitude you, we are missing it. Okay. Alright. And then tension. Tension ni wujud tadilah bila kita tak dapat duit. Contohnya kan, kita rasa duit kita tak mencukupi, kita rasa tension, kita rasa runsing, macam-macam akan berlaku. And then it will be drive. It will drive you to the behavior. So drive ni kat sini adalah dia encouraging. Okay. Bukan, it's like forcing tu. Bila tak ada duit, kita nak kerja lah. Okay kan. Bila tak ada duit, kita cuba usahakan untuk dapat duit. Kalau kita tak memiliki makanan tu, kita cuba untuk dapatkan makanan tu. Kita lapar, kita dapatkan makanan. Kita dahaga, kita dapatkan minuman. Kita tak dapat pakaian tu, kita cuba dapatkan. It drive us. And that is what we call the behavior. Proses untuk mendapatkan tu tadi, tingkah laku kita untuk pergi ke kedai, untuk mendapatkan makanan, minuman, untuk dapatkan pakaian, untuk dapatkan tempat tinggal yang lebih baik. That is behavior. And of course, it will be have the goal or need fulfillment. Ini setelah dapat lah. Dah dapat makanan, minuman. Miss ni bulan puasa cerita makanan, minuman. That is example lah. Because to tell you in easier way. Okay, untuk dapatkan supaya kenapa kita perlu kan. Kenapa kita kena penuhi keperluan kita tadi. And then when we get food, our drinks, our shelter, our clothes, and then the goal or need fulfillment. Kita dah dapat atasi, kita dapat penuhi, okay. And then the tension will be reduce. The tension reduction ni bila kita dah dapat penuhi, kita tak adalah marah-marah kan. Kalau perasan tak, kalau orang belum puasa kan, sebenarnya sepatutnya belum puasa tu sabar, tapi jadi marah kan. Jadi kadang-kadang orang bergaduh lah kan, kalau queue panjang lah, panas ke kat bazar tu, sebab dah lapar, dahaga. Kemudian bila dia dah dapat buka puasa tu, semua yang kemarahan tadi, apa-apalah marah ke, dia akan turun, akan rendah. Dekat sini tekanan dapat dikurangkan lah. Okay. Kemudian dari sini, in terms of drive to behavior ni, kita tengok personality. Macam mana personality seseorang tu untuk mendapatkan, untuk memastikan supaya keperluan dia dapat. So there will be have the personality, and macam mana perception dia terhadap barang-barang tersebut, produk tersebut, perkhidmatan tersebut. Kemudian kita ada juga learning, how they learning, dia punya experience to buy the product. Kan, kadang-kadang time-time macam contohlah, I just give very simple, you order your food from Food Panda kan. Dia ada creations of drive kat sini kan. So you have to learn how to use the Food Panda punya apps, okay? And then you learn something, okay, how to make the payment, and then you learn also how to keep contacting the rider, and then you also can detect where is actually the rider now, and how many process that they need from you. To make sure that you not waiting so long, or sometimes you can waiting so long, right? So dia akan bagi tracking tersebut, masa tersebut, and there will give some like result to you. Where are they now? Okay. And then attitudes you. Okay. You learn how. Kalau attitudes yang they have good or bad lah. Attitudes ni. If they good, you will be passionate to passionate and patient to waiting for them. Waiting order you tu, kalau tak passionate boleh jadi marah. Itu yang ada konflik-konflik yang kita tengok viral berlaku kan. Adegan tampar menampar dan sebagainya tu. Macam itulah contoh Miss bagi. Jadi ini antaranya motivation process yang kita kata modelnya. Okay, alright. So we moving on to the next one, the types of needs. Okay, kita ada two types of needs. Ada dua jenis keperluan, which is innate needs and acquired needs. Sebenarnya kalau belajar dalam subjek lain pun, dia ada you belajar ni. Cuma dalam subjek kita consumer behavior ni, dia terjemahkan dalam jenis-jenis terms yang psikologis lah. Kita kata term-term psikologi, dan kalau psikologis, pakar-pakar psikologi, benda ni biasa bagi mereka. Okay. Alright. So what is innate needs? Okay. Innate needs ni sebab dia ada perkataan in, okay. Physiological or biogenic needs, they are considered primary needs or motive. Primary needs ni adalah basic needs. Macam Miss cakap tadi lah. Contohnya macam tiga yang selalu kita tahulah. Food, drinks, shelter and clothes. This is the most you have to actually consider that you have to fulfill. Kalau kita tak fulfill, dia tak dicakap lah sebagai keperluan asas. Sebab tu nama dia the basic needs. Okay, because primary needs, because we have to get it. Kalau tak, boleh, kalau hunger, kalau kita thirst, boleh menyebabkan kematian tak? Mungkin boleh, possibility kan. Sebab tu ada berlaku di negara-negara yang mana mereka miskin, miskin tak ada makanan, boleh menyebabkan kebuluran dan akhirnya kematian. Okay, and then the second one, we have the acquired needs. Learn in response to our culture or environment are generally psychological and considered secondary needs. Ini acquired lah, yang mana yang lebih berlandaskan kepada kita punya culture, budaya ataupun kita punya alam. Okay, contohlah kita ambil okay, kalau bulan puasa ni kan, yang paling kita ketahui lah. Maaf Miss, macam apa kita panggil tu, macam berangin pula macam-macam kan bulan puasa ni. Okay, bila kita cerita tentang acquired needs ni, sebab Miss nak kaitkan dengan culture tadi kan, okay, budaya kita. Bila kita this is the fasting ataupun Ramadan month, right? Kita still juga ada basic needs, okay, which is food, tapi kita tambah dengan we must eat and started our breakfast, okay, dengan kita panggil dates ataupun kurma. So kalau tanya kenapa, itu adalah culture dan environment yang bulan puasa, demand untuk buah kurma tu tinggi compared to the other months. Ada jual kurma tapi rare lah kalau bulan-bulan lain melainkan bulan puasa. Dan ketika bulan puasa, mengikut teori ekonomi ni, bila kita high demand, jadi price dia lower. Tapi bila bukan bulan puasa, demandnya rare tapi harga kurma mungkin lebih tinggi. Jadi apa yang Miss cuba kaitkan di sini adalah generically psychological. Kita been cycle that okay, this is a Ramadan time. Okay, kita akan relate lah. Okay, mesti ada buah tamar, buah kurma, and that is considered as secondary needs. Kenapa dipanggil secondary needs? Sebab mungkin kalau kata secondary needs, it can become wants. Okay, tak makan buah kurma pun tak apa contohnya kan, tapi tetap makan contoh. Jadi I believe ini contohnya lah, tapi still also people akan consume it untuk melengkapkan dia sebagai bulan puasa. Okay, so we moving on to the goals. Okay, the sought after the result of the motivated behavior. Goal ni adalah yang mana apa yang dapat kita capai setelah kita dapat tingkah laku kita tadilah. Kan, kita dah capai, we have fulfilled that our unfulfilled need and wants tu. Jadi kita dapat. Jadi result dia adalah kita dapat capai, fulfill the needs and want tu kan. So they have to generic goals are generated and are general categories of goals that consumers see as a way to fulfill their needs. So generic goal ni lebih kepada kategori goal yang consumer ataupun kita buyer lihat sebagai mencapai keperluan dia. Kita dah fulfill. Contoh dapat makan, dapat minum, dapat pakaian, dapat kita kata apa? Tempat tinggal dan sebagainya. That is a generic goal. Product specific goal are specifically branded product or services that consumers select as their goal. Contoh awak dapat makanan tapi awak nak makanan contohnya nasi bukara. Contoh dia specific apa produk nak sebab kita dah dapat makan apa-apa pun boleh dah. Makan roti john ke. Oh, Miss ni menduga kan waktu bulan puasa ni. Kita makan yang very simple thing pun kita dah Alhamdulillah lah. But bila you kata product specific go, okay, during this afternoon atau evening today saya nak buka puasa McDonald lah. Okay, you see the product. You put the product specific goal in there. Okay. So itu kita namakan sebagai product specific goal. Dia beli makanan tapi dia nak ada produk yang spesifik. Kejap sebab Miss tengok bertalu-talu ni. Okay. Message takut ada yang urgent kan. Okay. So kita pergi kepada the selections of goals. Okay. Miss akan berhenti lebih kurang dalam 11.40 lah. Ya. Sebab Miss minta maaf sangat. Sepatutnya kena habis lah 12 suku kan. Tapi sebab clashing dengan what we call class degree, kalau esok tak apa, dia okay. So kalau macam ni dia macam clashing. Okay. Okay, the goal selected by individual depends on their personal experiences. Okay. Selalunya bila kita nak capai satu goal tu, dia akan bergantung kepada pertama pengalaman. Selalunya orang kata pengalaman is something that we have to go through it, right? We cannot buy the experiences. Kita kena lalui dia. So that is personal experience. Kalau awak tak ada pengalaman tu, macam mana you nak tahu yang contohlah you have to buy something kan. Selain makanan lah contohnya kan. Awak beli perkakasan, dia lah nak dekat raya contohnya kan. Ya Allah, baru berapa hari kan. Okey, fasa. Belum sampai lagi fasa yang kedua minggu kan. Okey, contohlah. Persiapan hari raya. Nak beli alatan-alatan. Contoh nak beli drill lah contohnya. If you don't have the experiences before to buy drill, you do not know how to buy drill, betul? Jadi orang boleh cakap, okay, beli ni macam ni, kena matanya macam ni, macam ni. Tapi bila you go to DIY shop ke contohnya kan, Miss DIY banyak drill. So which one I should buy? So something like that. You have to go with the personal experience. Anything like girls, maybe you want to do some baking, you want to do some biscuits. So you want to know which one, the tray you want to buy, which brand that you have to buy your butter, for example, which one is made with the mixer, kan? Yang mana sesuai, kan? So the personal experience will teach you how you want to buy the products, okay? And the second one, in terms of the physical capacity, okay? Physical capacity meaning to say you yourself, you put like you are the customer, how I want to make sure that I have the physical capacity to buy this product. If I buy this mixer, saya beli mesin ni contohnya kan, is it can put into this my place, physical capacity, or maybe I have some enough sufficient capital to buy this product, so example. So this is physical capacity itself, whether you yourself able to do this, you ada kekuatan tak nak buat, that is also a part of physical capacity. And then the third one, in terms of prevailing the cultural norms and value. I told you before, like, example like kurma just now, right? If we don't eat kurma, kita punya puasa, our fasting is still sah or not? Yes, it's still sah. Okay. Is it allowed? Yeah, allowed. But why we should buy the dates? Because it's sunnah, right? Our Prophet Muhammad SAW during his time will start, okay, their food with this tamar or this date, that this is a prevailing culture, value and norms. And I believe also some products, even like if I'm not mistaken, like Dutch lady, they do also some kurma milk. They start to do something like what we call R&D, to make sure that the product must have some like touch up of these dates, to make sure that people, oh, when they have dates, they said they have more what we call more stronger, more energetic, because they believe that this date is giving some more energy. It's sunnah, right? Sunnah food. And then goal, accessibility in the physical and social environment. So they believe that when they want to achieve the goal, they must have the influence, accessibility of the physical social environment. Example, when you want to buy this simple lah. Okay, you want to buy this tamar, where you can get it. Mostly nowadays they have a lots of Arabic shop, right? If I'm living here before this, in area that Taman Melati, they have a lots of Arabic shop there. Then you can get every month. Actually, that something like this tamar, ajwa, mariami, tamar. Okay, you can get it because that is the social environment. For those places maybe difficult to get. Maybe they can go to supermarket, but I believe that retailers nowadays like Giant, Tesco, they do have a lots of this what we call selling the products for our Ramadan. Okay, so we're moving on to the next one. Okay, the motivation and goals. Okay, so they do have two in here. Okay, they said they have positive, there will be have negative. Okay, so the first one we're talking about the positive. Okay, what's mean positive? Motivation. Okay, motivation that a driving force towards some the object or conditions uh whereby they have approached goal. Okay, you can see in here they have like bolded words in here. Wait, I do not know what. Okay, so they have the approach goal, a positive goal toward which behavior is directed. Okay, what is this? Okay, so bear in mind when they say a driving force toward, meaning to say you are being forced to go to that object or condition in order to achieve your goals. Okay, so that's why they said approach goal. So a positive goal toward which the behavior is directed. Okay, I give very simple example. Okay, some said, okay, when you are let's say you believe that your weight um is macam mana nak cakap your weight is increased, for example. So when people say that let's go to the gym, you can lose your weight there. Okay, so this is approach goal. Okay, dia di approach untuk pergi ke gym dan untuk menguruskan badan contoh. Okay, that is you have the driving force towards this object or condition in order to achieve the goal. A goal is to lose the weight, right? Or puasa lah, okay? Or fasting. So for negative, itu tadi sebab dia approach, dia akan pergilah. Dia akan pergi gym dan dia akan cuba slowly doing the exercise dan dia akan kuruskan badan dia. Okay, for negative, motivation, a driving force away from some object or condition, avoidance goal, a negative goal from which behavior is directed away. So maksudnya kat sini, dia mungkin diberitahu, okay, you have a increase your weight, so why not you go to gym? Sama juga contoh tadi, but there will be like forced away. Rather than to go gym, I will rather to eat my donut, for example. Sebab dia letakkan negativity tu. I don't bothered about the weight. Saya akan force away, dia akan mengelakkan. Ada setengah orang macam tu bila kita kata jom pergi gym contohnya kan, dan dia kata nantilah, dia akan bagi many excuses lah, and yet how they to rebel, dia akan makan, dia akan makan. So this is negative goal. Goal tadi sepatutnya tak dapat dicapai lah. Jadi dia rasa untuk instead of pergi gym, dia makan dan terus makan. So this will be the behavior and directed, dia punya behavior to go to gym tu will be directed away. Akan pergi. Alright, so we moving on to the next one. Okay, this is the blogger motivation. Macam mana dulu sebab ini kan slide lama so dia banyak cerita tentang macam mana seseorang tu bila dia jadi blogger. I think that now dia ada more on YouTube kan, kita panggil vlog, vlogger. Jadi dia kat sini blogger ni macam something like website and then you kena buka, so someone yang edit you, yang you maybe ajak them as to become friends, dia orang akan follow you lah. Tapi kalau it's been not noticed, so tak tahu kalau macam YouTube ni berbeza sebab you can start to publicly and people can actually see you. Okay, so kalau tengok kat sini, blogging for self-expressing, I use my blog to free my mind when I am moody. Ni selalu orang express sekarang ni using social media. Okay, Facebook. Blogging for live documenting. Ni kadang-kadang post video, post audio, lepas tu post gambar. Ini yang selalu yang digunakan macam Instagram kan, Twitter. Blogging for commenting dekat Facebook, ketiga-tiga yang paling Facebook, Twitter, ini adalah commenting lah. Okay, tweeting. Dia kata keep tweet kan, macam tu. Blogging for forum, kadang-kadang di Facebook ni kaya dengan forum lah. Dia boleh buka satu forum, kemudian yang jadi members akan join that one. And blogging for information seeking, ini selalunya kita bertujuan untuk carilah apa-apa maklumat yang berkaitan dengan kita punya interest. Contohnya you like to, maybe your interest is to do like self-writing, suka menulis lah, apa-apalah. Mungkin you bekerja sebagai writer ke dan sebagainya. Jadi you akan go for blog-blog yang ada ramai yang encourage the writers lah, authors dan sebagainya. Okay, so kita pergi kepada rational versus emotional motive. Okay, so rationality implies that consumers select goals based on totally objective criteria such as size, weight, price or miles per gallon. Kalau kita tengok je ayat ni, kita dah tahu dah mungkin seseorang tu dia membuat pilihan, okay, customer ni membuat pilihan berdasarkan goal yang rational. Okay, kalau Miss ambil contoh macam saiz ni, Miss ambil contoh kereta lah Kalau ikut ni cerita dululah yang selalu terkenal juga benda ni, okay, bila dia orang suka katakan yang rakyat Malaysia terdiri daripada tiga bangsa, betul? So tiga bangsa ni kalau ada Melayu, Cina, India dan Cina dan India kan. Jadi kalau yang berbangsa Melayu ni, kita lah Muslim, Malay, kita suka apabila kita tanya, kita buat sesuatu kan, kita suka bila kita membuat pembelian kereta lah, kita akan cakap kereta ni jimat minyak ke? Kan ayat dia. Dan salesman pun cakap scan, tengok CC dan sebagainya kan. Itu soalan kita kata famous lah sebenarnya. Lepas tu kalau berbangsa India, dia akan tanya kereta ini berapa orang boleh masuk. Dia tengok daripada size macam kita akan tanya, Melayu akan tanya jimat minyak tak. Dan kalau orang Cina, ini mitos lah actually, but I believe that this is also the story shared by the salesman. Sebenarnya dia akan tanya kalau India, berapa ramai orang yang boleh masuk dalam ini kereta. Okay. Kalau orang Cina ditanya apa, berapa laju kereta ini boleh pecut. Boleh pergilah maksudnya. Jadi setiap mentaliti ni akan ada perbezaannya. Nampak tak kat situ? Ada perbezaannya. Jadi apa yang Miss cuba cakap dekat sini adalah mengikut kita punya topik ni tadi adalah rationality. Bila membuat pembelian kereta pertama ke, ataupun kereta kedua, ketiga, keempat, atau kereta untuk anak-anak ke, ibu bapa you, ini yang mereka akan membuat pertanyaan. Jadi kalau kata orang Cina ke, orang India ke, orang Melayu ke, what question that come out from their mouth actually is about rationality. Size, miles per gallon, jimat minyak tak, weight, price, okay, kelajuan, This is about rationality question. Dan yang kedua adalah emotional. A motive imply the selection of goal according to personal or subjective criteria. Contoh, kita kata emotional tadi kan. Okay, Miss ambil lah. Ambil daripada 3 soalan tadi. Kalau kita kata miles per gallon, jimat minyak tak dan juga berapa ramai boleh masuk. Itu adalah rational. Kalau kata berapa laju. So kalau you ditanya berapa laju, ada orang kata saya bawa 90 dah laju. Ada orang kata 100 dah laju. Ada orang kata 160 baru laju. So this is emotional motive. Sebab kelajuan ni kadang-kadang sesuatu yang kita boleh kata subjektif untuk setiap orang. Ada setengah orang kita bawa 80 pun dia dah kata laju. Nak jalan macam mana lagi kan? Ini yang kalau awak tengoklah family members macam Miss, ayah Miss lah dia tak boleh kalau kita tekan sikit dia dah kata jangan laju sangat. Kita rasa tak laju, pada kita jalan biasa ni lah tak laju tapi pada dia dah laju. Okay, alright. So that is emotional motive. Okay, so I believe that this is subjective because it's based on the personal and also criteria of the person. Okay, so kita pergi kepada seterusnya. Sepatutnya 11.40 Miss berhenti. Miss minta maaf sangat. Miss tak tahu macam mana how to settle this problem. Sampai ke sudah lah tapi as long as syllabus jalan lah I believe that. Okay, kalau tukar hari, tukar waktu pun tak boleh dah ke petang. Okay, alright, petang ada kelas juga. Alright, so we moving on to the dynamics of motivation. Kalau pada siapa yang mungkin tak tahu apa itu dynamics, okay, needs are never full satisfied. Okay, nanti Miss akan recap balik untuk ni. Keperluan memang tak pernah dipenuhi atau dipuaskan. Tidak pernah puas lah. New needs emerge as the old needs are satisfied. Dia kata new need emerge as old needs are satisfied. Bila ada kita punya previous keperluan kita yang dah dipenuhi, kita kan nak ada keperluan yang baru. Contoh baju. Dah ada baju dah. Kalau perempuan kata tak ada baju, tipu. Saya tak ada baju lah nak pergi kerja hari ni. Tengok satu almari. Yang almari suaminya kecil je kan. Lelaki senang, dia ulang je kan. Tapi perempuan dia rasa macam perlu ada 30 hari, ada 30 baju. Dia kurung contohnya kan. People who achieve their goals set the new and higher goals for them. So orang yang mencapai goal dia yang baru, dia akan cuba untuk letakkan goal yang tinggi untuk mereka. Okay, so Miss akan stop dekat sini 3.2. Nanti ingatkan Miss. So Miss nak ambil attendance ni. Okay. Walaupun you dah tanda juga dalam tu, tapi I still have to take the attendance. Okay. Yelah nak pastikan lah kan. Ya. Yang hadir tetap juga kena ambil attendance kalau live. Okay. Yang pertama, Syahdatul Nisa. Syahdatul Nisa ada? Tak ada. Muhammad Amirullah?
Yes, Miss.
Nisa ada, Madam.
Okay. Nisa ada, okay. Putri Darwina?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Muhammad Syahid? Syahid Azrul? Tak ada Rushdi? Muhammad Rushdi?
Yes.
Okay. Siti Nurfatiha? Okay,
Yes,
thank
Miss.
you. Okay. Nur Rabiatul Adawiyah?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Mustafa?
Ada, Miss.
Mustafa. Okay. Nur Syamimi Aida?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Dan Nur Atikah?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Nur Ain Hazikah?
Yes, Miss.
Alright. Thank you so much. Miss minta maaf sangat. Clashing ni akan berlaku sehingga akhir masa nanti. My clock is done. Okay. Alright. Thank you today student. Nanti Miss akan bagikan apa kita nama tu? Record version untuk kita punya ni video hari ni. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Miss.
Salam.
Okay.
Miss.